Hello, my name is Dr. Michael Gregg, and I'm the instructor for the online version of Introduction to International Relations. And so I want to welcome you to the class and take this opportunity to talk to you a little bit about the class, what will be involved in the class, and what we'll be doing in the class, and the assignments and expectations for the class. First, I'd like to say that I think that this is a very interesting time to be studying international relations as we look at global events throughout the world. We see a variety of hotspots, we see a variety of crises and international issues that all demand attention by the international community. And so these things fit in very well with the themes of the class that we'll be talking about. We won't necessarily be talking about individual events per se, but we will be talking about them alongside the major theories of international relations. And so my hope is that by the conclusion of the class, that you will have a deeper understanding of international relations and a deeper ability to explain why events happen in the international system as they do. And so as you watch the news and as you see these global events, you'll have a better sense of the causes of these events and you'll have a better sense of the causes of these events as well as explanations for how they develop and how the international community responds to them. And so in that sense, while this class is not a class in foreign policy and it is a class in current events, it is certainly a class that will speak to many of the key themes of foreign policy and current events. So the structure of the class is divided into 3 distinct units, and each unit is composed of several topics that range from things that look at the actors that are involved in international relations, to the major theories of international relations, to the major issues in the study of international relations. And so in many respects, this class takes a building blocks approach to understanding international relations. So we'll begin looking at relevant actors in international relations and try to understand who the key players are and are. And then we have a better understanding of who the players are, who the actors are, we'll then transition and then look at theories of international relations, try to put together a coherent explanation for why events unfold as they do in the international system. And what we'll see is different theories are going to focus upon different sets of actors and explain why events happen in the international system as they do. And finally, we'll apply those theories to explain why war happens, or to explain how global trade occurs, or to explain the variation of human rights across the international system. And so in this sense, the course is really divided up into 3 units. The first unit is largely the actor unit, the second unit is a theory unit, and then the final unit is an application unit. And so the structure of the class is such that each unit begins on a date signed in the syllabus and ends on a date signed in the syllabus. So once the unit opens, then you'll have the opportunity to watch the lectures and to take assigned quizzes and participate in the discussion assignments for each topic. And you can do that until the window for that unit closes. And so it's important to keep on top of when those deadlines actually are. And my hope is that having several topics that occur within a unit that will allow students to work at their own pace. One thing that I advise strongly against it is important to avoid trying to cover lots and lots of material very, very quickly. One, because it's probably not the most efficient use of your time, but the more important thing is it'll make it harder for you to retain information that you learn. So if you try to pitch yourself so that you're covering topics within the units at a fairly steady pace, that should make you much more successful as you cover the material. Another tip that I've given in terms of covering material would be, if at all possible, the most advantageous thing would be to read the assigned material for each topic before you go through the lecture assigned to that topic. That will give you a better ability to understand and recognize whether something's unclear, whether you have questions about something. If you read something and you're clear about it and then you watch the lecture and you're still clear about it, that's a pretty sign that you want to ask for some help and you want to contact me for some more explanation so that you better understand it, so that you do better on the exam. The other thing is doing that will also allow you to retain material better. So if you see something covered in the textbook, it's also covered in a lecture, that's going to be a pretty good indicator if that's something important you want to be sure that you understand. So as much as possible, try to keep up with the reading as you move through lectures. Each topic has a quiz associated with it, and so after you watch the lecture, you'll take a quiz. Quizzes all delivered online, and you can take them whenever you want, as long as they fall into the topic window. The aim of the quiz is to give you a sense of how well you understood the material that we covered, and so that you have kind of a steady understanding of where you are. Also, you take each quiz twice. So what this means is you take the quiz. If you don't do so well, or there's things you didn't really understand as you were going through the material, then you can go back and read that material and hopefully do better on the next round of the quiz. So you can take each quiz twice. Each quiz is just 5 questions long, and you'll have a short period of time to answer those quizzes. All those quizzes will be delivered through Blackboard. And most topics have some sort of a discussion component. link to them. Because we don't have an organized class, we won't meet and be able to talk about course material. But having an organized discussion about course material is very important in terms of understanding the material and being able to retain the material. So to better capture that in an online class, we have discussion topics. And so for most of the discussion topics, there'll be a question or there'll be something that you're prompted to respond to on the discussion forum. And again, you'll have until the deadline for that unit to complete that discussion assignment. And those discussion assignments and those quizzes do count towards your course grade as they're described on the syllabus. And there'll be a TA who'll be responsible for grading those discussion assignments. There are also 3 exams, none of the exams are cumulative. So exam 1 covers unit 1, exam 2 covers unit 2, and exam 3 covers unit 3. And all of the exams are delivered remotely. So you won't need to come to campus to take these exams. The exams will be available for a 24-hour period as listed on the syllabus. So they run 8 p.m. until 8 p.m. the following day on the dates that the exams are assigned. To take the exams, you can take them on your own laptop. You could come to a campus computer lab if you wish to do that. You can take them anywhere you would like, so long as you have internet access. But you'll also need to download the Respondus Lockdown browser. And this is a special browser that will be required to access the exams. And there are information in the Start Here portion of the class that will walk you through downloading and using the Respondus browser. Now, what the Respondus browser will do is once you start up the browser and access the exam, it'll lock down the rest of your computer. You won't be able to access other websites and things like that while you're taking the exam. And then once you complete the exam, then you just close on the browser and your computer will return to normal. So it's pretty easy to use and work pretty well. As you take the exams, the first thing important is, in order to see any of the course material, you'll have to take a syllabus quiz, which is just a 5-question test about the syllabus to make sure everybody's on the same page in terms of deadlines and assignment, exam, things like that. And so to take that quiz, which is located in the Start Here folder, you'll actually need to download the Lockdown browser first and use that in order to take that syllabus quiz. And so that will be a way to verify if you use the Lockdown browser and working, and therefore it'll be something that you'll be able to use when the exams come up. But if you run into problems, certainly email me. When you take the exams, in the unlikely event that you have a browser crash or something like that you can't recover from, please email me and we'll get the problem fixed as quickly as possible. Blackboard does a job of keeping logs in terms of when people logged in, people access material, and kind of where they were on exam. So it's very easy for me to tell if indeed you were working on an exam and your browser crashed and it needed to be reset. So don't hesitate to contact me. In terms of contact, we'll have virtual office hours, which means we run through Blackboard Instant Messenger, and there are instructions on the syllabus or under the Start Here tab in terms of how to download that, how to access that material, and basically you'll just open it up on Blackboard, and it'll open a little instant messenger thing. You can type a message to me, and during my virtual office hours, I'll respond to those immediately. I'm happy to respond via email whenever the questions arise. Don't hesitate to contact me. We can also set up office hour meeting just by appointment. I'm on campus most days, so just simply shoot an email message and we can arrange a time to talk. Office is located in Wheaton Hall in 125B, which is inside the main office within the legal science department. So if you meet, that's where to come. Then the fun component class will be something that will occur toward the end of the class, which will be an online international relations simulation. So I teach face-to-face of the live version of the class. We do a simulation. And then important to kind of reinforce some of the main themes we talk about in class. And in order to be able to do this in this class, I've worked with the folks at Clear on campus to develop an online simulation in which you run the country, and we use the things we learn about the distribution of power and how that affects behavior states, and we see the degree to which your behavior reflects that which the theory of IR suggests we should expect states to do. And so that will occur toward the latter part of the semester as described syllabus. And after completing the simulation, then you have a written assignment, which will be a blog post of about 500 words, where I'm going to ask you to use material covered in class thus far to explain why what happened in the simulation happened. This is, again, will be a graded part of the course, and it'll be something that you'll access and respond to through Blackboard. So I want to welcome you to the class. I'm glad they're here. Looking forward to working with you. This is the last time you'll actually see me, the lectures that you're going to see. You'll hear my voice in the background narrating the lectures, but there is no point to having a picture of me in the corner of the screen. You don't really need to look at me to understand international relations. You'll hear my voice in the background. Just because the voice in the background and you will see me doesn't mean that I'm not here to answer your questions. And so whether it's through Blackboard IM or through email, or you'll see attached G topic that help from, where you simply post questions and I'll respond as quickly as I can with answers, try to resolve any questions or problems that you have. In general, I try to respond to email within 24 hours, Monday through Friday, usually a lot quicker than that. But if it's over a weekend holiday, then you should expect a response on the next business day. But I try to stay off of email pretty quickly, and so I try to be pretty responsive. So I hope you enjoy class, but also hope that you feel comfortable coming. If you have any questions, and contact me if there's anything you want to clear. I want you to do well in the class just as badly as you will do well in class, and so I hope you find it enjoyable, and I look forward to talking to you this semester. So have a good beginning of your semester.